Welcome, people. It's a Friday. We all made it. Today's show is one of those shows. I mean, you read the title. What is wrong with the world today and what can we do about it? So I'll give you a little disclaimer. I'm not a show that like to do negative stuff. Oh, give me a second. I apologize. Okay. I'm not a kind of show that likes to do negative stuff. I like to be positive. I like to be that show where you want to break from things. You want to break from the news channels. You want to break from pure serious channels on YouTube, Instagram. It doesn't matter. I like to be that middle channel where you come here and relax. But once in a while, I like to do a show where we'll talk about what's wrong. We kind of will talk about certain, not really named channels, but channels that aren't doing things properly. I don't usually do that kind of stuff, but once in a while, I like to put a show together that it's going to be that kind of show. So today, people in the chat, what's ever bothering you? Let me know. Anthony's going to be coming up after the intro. Let us know what's bothering you. Let us know what's the problem that you're seeing out there. And maybe together, as a family, as friends, we get together and we will talk it out and it'll make us feel better for the weekend. So let's get ready. Let's have fun. Let's kick some ass.
Yo, Eric, we're over here on the Paranormal hunt, and I headed over to this other building, and it's number 13. I was just telling Ron, my God.
Right before we get into our true feelings on certain things to make us feel better, let me just make a small little announcement for Sunday. Of course, Sunday, Anthony's got his kick-ass show, 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 o'clock Eastern time. And then that night at 7 p.m., I haven't uploaded it yet because there's one more voice I got to put in. I'm putting out a little cartoon for Sunday. And personally, for me, not for anybody else, personally for me, it's one of my favorites just because it has a phenomenon that I love and it mixes all of it. So I made a little trailer. It's a little fast trailer as a short. I'm going to show you the trailer and kind of give it the idea of what you're going to be seeing this Sunday night. So here's the little small short trailer.
The motion picture you all been waiting for. Aliens abduction of Connor Flynn. Taking him through wormholes, flying him through galaxy, being trapped, but only a band of friends, heroes that will once again rise up, flying across the galaxy looking for their friend. Multiverse breaks open the sky, the earth, the moon. What are we doing? What's going on? Pennybags, Curious George out of nowhere. Darth Vader flying from the sky looking for his son. Ed McMahon, Nelson Mandela looking to take the memories back from you. Yes, you heard it here. It is the Mandela effect of madness.
What's the Mandela effect? What's the Mandela effect?
And let me tell you guys something. Originally, when I put that together, I'm not a great narrator. I'm not. I was actually recorded and I uploaded my voice higher to send to Anthony to see if he'll do narrations because Anthony has that professional, awesome voice that narrates.
Yeah, right.
But after I listened to it, I'm like, it is goofy, it is stupid, but it kind of goes with the cartoon idea. So I'm like, no, I'm going to keep it in there because it's not where it's meant to be 100% serious, even though we do serious work in it. You know what I mean, Anthony? I was actually going to have you narrate it, but I'm like, you know what? I kind of like it.
That was great.
And then I'm like, and I had to research the voice recording you and I did because I wanted that one part at the end that says, "What is the Mandela effect?" And I actually gotta go
What
re-find
is
it.
the Mandela effect? Yeah, that was really fun to do.
So that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be crazier. It's gonna be awesome. But all right, let's start. Anthony, this is one thing that I don't have a full problem with it, but there's something about this that I kind of hate, and this is dealing with copyright music
Oh boy.
on YouTube. Now there's when you do copyright music. Now, first of all, Fair Act doesn't usually work for copyright music just because your show's you're not dissecting the song. You're not that channel, so you can't. It's hard trying to beat Fair Act for music. But on YouTube, there's music you can use. You can pay for it. You could there's some free ones. Now, some of the changes they did was you can I shouldn't eat peanuts. You have to put some songs, they want you to put the information of the song
In the description.
Man, I might die here.
Are you
But
allergic
hopefully I
to
won't die.
peanuts? You're not allergic, are you?
No, I just got stuck.
Take a minute.
This just got stuck. So when you got music, right? And I don't mind that, right? I mean, if they're letting you use it for free, to put it in the description, that's not a big deal, But the problem I have a problem with, Anthony, is lately, in the last 2-3 weeks, because music has made new deals with streaming services, so they get more of a pot of a pie they did when they first started streaming. So everybody is copywriting their music more than ever because they get a bigger piece of a pie.
Very true.
I don't mind having putting description of music. That's fair. But what I hate is that when they made that change, my feelings is that change should have been done at that moment in time and going forward.
Right, but
I
they
did a
take it
little
and go
intro.
backwards with it. They'll go back 5 years with it.
Yes,
all your
yes.
videos.
So
And you know what another problem is? My intro, for example, my Witness Wednesday one, comes from Filmora. I have a license for it. Okay? I put it in the description every time I use it. Filmora, my license, my number, all of that. But some companies outside of Filmora, they own the rights to that song as well. So I get a copyright claim every time, then I got to wait 30 days for them to release it to me. It's every single time I use my intro. And I own a license for the music. It's insane. Like, how don't we know that?
It is because they don't release it. They'll
Yeah,
release
30
it,
days later.
but it's the time and one company.
What you guys bitching about, dude?
Music on YouTube, them bastards.
No, Ron, what I'm saying is I've been this last 3 weeks going back, putting the description in the music, which is fine, but they made that thing, going forward. But I have been going back to re-put it in, and then I've been had to filling out this form now for one of my intros that I use on 100 videos. So now,
they should do that automatically for you on prior ones, but they don't
should.
care.
That's my point. That's exactly my point. Moving forward, I don't have a problem with that. But now I got to go back to all my intros and put this in so I don't have to go through the copyright. Now, let me get this straight. Let me tell people, it's not a copyright that takes down your video or gives you a strike. It's just from that moment on, they put a claim in. Any ad revenue goes to them.
I was just telling Eric Ron, my Witness Wednesday intro that I use, I have a license from Filmora to use that. I've won, I don't know, countless claims I've won. But every single time I put it in, I put the description in the link, where it's from, the tag, the music, the whole 9 yards, and I get a copyright claim. Then I got to wait almost 30 days for them to release it to me when I have a copyright claim, right? but I have a license. The problem is some other companies like Elo Music or whatever, they also own that song and they automatically hit it. But meanwhile, it's from Filmora. Like, how don't they know where you got it from if you tag it?
I'll tell you the safest bet, right? And I know you don't like it, but they edit a lot. So, all right, I'll put it this way. And hello, everybody. I see you all in chat. I'm sorry I didn't get to the chat yet. Hi, everybody. But this is what I do. So you know that outro I have with like the members and everything.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it has that song. Well, that song is from the YouTube Music Library, right? But ever since they did that update, that now they added premium music that you can add and everything. But
Everyone's got old.
I just don't do that because it doesn't matter if you use 3 seconds of one of those premium songs, they get a quarter of your revenue.
Yeah,
and every other clip you use from another one is another quarter.
They split the funds with you and the music writer. Yeah,
and I mean, it doesn't matter if you use 2 seconds, they get half your stuff.
I'm using one of them right now. It's a 50-50 split.
But the one I use in that thing, you don't have to give no credit or nothing. But in YouTube Studio, every time after a couple of days, it just says license added, like that.
See, sharing.
It's different for everyone. You know, I like now, like a lot of the music I use now is I take it from the TubeBuddy partnership, and I don't have to put nothing in the description, nothing, because
you stream beats too, just so you guys know.
Stream beats is good. You told me about that last time, Ron.
I want to show people this in the athletics, because I think a lot of people think, well, you know, we make money off these, you know, these ad commercials, but I'm going to show somebody something that they might be shocked. Okay.
Nothing.
Hold on. I'm going to show these people. This is the last 28 days, just so people kind of learn.
I'm serious.
In the last 28 days, typical ads that I could get is $2.57, where they get $21, 30 cents, 18 cents, 12 cents. So $3.17 that I technically get for ad revenue for 28 days. But now hold on. But first of all, to cash out, you got to get over 100.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you get 100, then they also take out an additional, 30%, 35%. So, but the thing is, now people then why care? Why try to get the claim release? Because in theory, to get your video to push out, in theory, that the only videos in YouTube that wants to push out more from you are the ones that they can make ad revenue off. So
Correct.
If you have an eligible, there's going to be no push at all. Zero. So it's not that we're trying to make money, because we're not making money. You guys just saw that. I just showed everybody. It's to hopefully they show other people who are not subscribed to your channel as it is.
You want to see something really messed up, Eric?
It is and that's why I used to get so mad when I hear those keyboard warriors saying, "Oh, you're just trying to getting rich." Are you kidding me? It costs me more on my computer than the video you make like that.
Look,
my electric bill's bigger than what I get from the ad revenue.
I just showed people. Look, $3.17.
That's
28 days.
Pathetic.
And everybody out there, if you go to Social Blade, let me just tell you this.
They're not on point either.
The statistics they get from YouTube API, those are pretty legit. Those are legit. But the last column about money, YouTube does not provide that API. That's private information. That's them guesstimating. That's their own formula. They are so off. And everybody always looks like they'll say, "Oh, this person's making between $100,000 and $30,000 this month." Everybody by default goes to $30,000. They think, and it's nowhere near that. Not even close like that.
And like I said,
I take everything Social Blade says with a grain of salt these days.
Yeah,
I don't know how accurate any of that crap is.
And like I said,
the subs and all that stuff is from YouTube's API, so that pulls in. You just have to refresh it because it refreshes every 24 hours. That's the only.
You got to show me. I still haven't figured out how to refresh it.
I'll show you.
Yeah. And my gripe is not with the changes they want. It's just they should make it where I don't have to go back and put everything in. So every day I look at my email. Oh, you got another claim. Same song, the same intro.
Me too. I'm like, how don't you know this is my? How don't you know I fought this claim 800 times and won every time? It's the same song. How don't you know?
It's exact, and it's like now. Good news is I don't use that intro with that song anymore, so I don't even have to worry about it. But still,
Can I show something real quick?
this is that show. Show whatever you want.
So I know none of us are into Third Phase of Moon's work, right? But they had this UFO video that went up yesterday that was incredible, and I have to share it with everybody. All right?
Oh no.
Really, and I think they made like $1 million on this one already.
Is it real footage?
Back to Third Phase of the Moon. Blake Cousins, we've got a special for you tonight. Incredible videos coming in to Third Phase of the Moon. So buckle up. A triangular craft submitted to my Gmail from Edwin, captured earlier this month. Behold the phenomena.
Wow.
Terrible.
I can see how it got the million views.
I thought that was going to hit him like a dart.
That would have been great.
That was really good footage, man.
Oh,
I just
wow.
had to share. I wanted to share that with everyone.
It was a triangular craft.
It was a triangular craft. Excuse me a minute.
Oh,
then-
man.
Now,
Just real
here's
quick.
another beef. This
Well,
is
I
a-
want to-
oh, go for it. Go for it.
No, I just wanted to tell you what I told Anthony before about streambeats.com. Harris Heller was a big Twitch guy, but he's on YouTube now, and he got tired of copyright stuff. So he's a musician. He created his own music with his band. A lot of really nice ambient songs, a lot of good stuff you find in there, and it's all for free.
You
All
sent
for
me
free.
you sent me a rip of that. You sent me a whole bunch of that ambient music before, right?
Yep,
I
I
have
put
done it.
those together. Yeah, I mixed around 8 of them, and I created an ambient playlist. But there's a lot of good little gems you can find in there, and there's absolutely YouTube does nothing when you put that up. There's nothing that you get tagged on. That's all legit.
Unless he changes later on that he does want to copyright it. Then
Yeah, I
he
don't
has
think
that
he's
right.
going to though. This guy, if you see him, you'll see who he is. Like, nah, he's already out there in the ether for over a year and a half now, and you know he could change that. Anything going forward, new ones, he could always update that. But what he has out there, I don't. But then again, humans are humans. You never know.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm not trying to complain that I got to do extra work, but here I am trying to get the cartoon done. I want to get my paranormal investigation done. Then I got to do a claim to get it released. It's just like, God, all this extra stuff. Now, here's another complaint that I have that's not with the music. Here's a new one. And okay, there's a lot of channels out there. But there's certain channels. I know I'm not going to name names. It's like, I don't know. Every time I go to this one channel, it's all Skinwalker Ranch. Like it's 24/7. And this is the thing I'm griping
I
about.
know who you're talking about.
This is what I'm griping about. If you calling yourself
Thanks, Ghost
a
Dragon.
true researcher, investigator of it all, you know in your heart that 90% to 95% of everything that comes from a TV show on Skinwalker Ranch is fake. You know that.
The vast majority.
You know that. So how can you make claims of a channel to be this when you know in your heart that what they're saying to you is bullshit? And this is the thing. This is the thing. By you doing that, you're telling your regular people who watches you that you should believe it too, because I'm making it sound like I believe it all. Like I was listening to this guy talking about got the energy beam that hits him in the eye, almost got him blind. And I'm sitting there like, bull crap.
I got sick of Skinwalker. I just watched a few episodes. I'm done with them. I'm done with them.
And Ron, and the reason I say 95% is anybody can make a claim a UFO flying above their house and stuff, because I'm sure every single house on this planet has had some kind of UFO fly over the house. So that part's not technically a lie. You're just exaggerating on it. And this is my thought. I want to ask you, Anthony and Ron. So say this place, Skinwalker Ranch, is magical. It does have this earth thing that creates this magic and all that. What do you think? This is just a theory that if I was in the government, I have a military, that instead of a house being sold to a rich billionaire, I would put a military base on this one place that supposedly have all this magic energy and do government experiments there. Why is there not a government there?
Who knows? But here's the problem with things like Skinwalker Ranch. regular people watch the channel, they watch the show, and they think because, Brandon Fugel's involved and you got a scientist involved and they pay money for some investigators to go there, they think it's legit. Just like we all thought before we got into business that Ancient Aliens was talking real. It's not. 90% of their shit's fake.
And especially when you got you know who I'm just done with. I would love to just debate him. That Travis Taylor.
That's the scientist guy.
Because now this guy has legit degrees. This guy's legitimately really smart. All right, this guy's he's a brilliant person.
Without a doubt, he's a great guy.
He's one of those stupid smart people, and he's going to be out there, and he knows what he's doing. And when he starts saying that 1.6 frequency again, that burns me up. I want to just hit him with my little walkie-talkie radio through the screen like that.
Danny, I love Mountain Monsters. Danny's saying, I love that.
But I brought this up on purpose. Now, there's a difference here. Okay, now that's a TV show like Skinwalker Ranch. And there are hillbilly hunters. I love that show too. But I'm not talking about the fake shows that we know they're fake. I'm talking about channels that are embracing it'd be like me embracing hillbilly mountain monsters and making it sound like everything on there is real.
It's real.
That's what I'm talking about. We know the shows are going to stretch the truth.
You got to understand also, if these shows aren't getting people to watch and give that channel views, everybody's going to turn away. So they got to show you things that you're going to think are real UFOs and you're going to think are real phenomenon. Because if they don't do that, nobody's going to be engaged anymore. They're going to lose the network. So they got to constantly do that shit.
You already know the show. Like, as soon as I seen, season 4, I already knew. Let me guess. They're going to go over to the spot. They're going to try to run experiments. Things are going to malfunction. And they're going to go, wow, what is it? And 1.6 is going to pop up again. And that's all it is.
And next year they'll pick up right where they left off.
I just think between seasons, they go, okay, what creative experiment can we do this time?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's all they're doing, creating experiments, but nothing. They're showing nothing.
Yeah.
This is the stuff that was on the space shuttle. All of that stuff could get made naturally in the world. They don't tell you also. You know what I mean? So they're
I know. And if they get one bona fide actual sighting on that channel, they'll be eating off that for the next 20 years on that network.
And again, those cameras, those television cameras that average $180,000, $200,000, those are virtually telescopes, okay? And when they got a so-called UAP and the camera looks up, instead of zooming in clear or trying to, no, we got to watch the idiot Travis Taylor like this. Right there, it's right there. And that's what we look at. We look at his face going like this.
I'm glad Andy's in the chat because there's another video I'm going to show, but there's a thing I got to ask Andy because he's from the UK, because this is a beef about not the people of the UK, but it could sound like that. But before that, Ron, you're saying exactly right. But, people like us, we research and investigate our whole, I don't know how long, but a long fucking time. And there's some experiences that we wish we could have, that we know that we might get one experience, one a year, 5 years, 10 years, or sometimes never. But this show has an experience on every single episode. I mean, how lucky can a person get?
You're telling me when they put all those drones up and then they came down and they said, oh, look, there's a UFO right there. You're telling me that wasn't one drone that went off course that they were looking at in the sky?
Exactly.
It looked just like the rest of the drones, a white light in the sky. I mean, come on, man.
No, it's just all full of crap because one goes out of place or something. Like you got hundreds of drones. There's a thing called interference or whatever. So one goes off and goes, oh, look at the ripple in the drone formation. That's it right there. See, that's the anomaly. It's going.
Drones do that all the time. If you watch footage of drone shows, when they do picture designs in the sky with the drones, a couple of them veer off and get, lost in the frequency communication all the time. And that happens. And
they're crap when they're showing, the guy saying, I was in the Air Force or whatever. The guy his brother, Brandon's brother that flies the helicopter, right? He knows it just by sound. And he was calling the helicopter, remember? A Black Hawk. That's a Black Hawk. And they're not transponding. Here's the thing. Why don't they give us timestamps of exactly when this happened? Let us check go back into the historical and see if there was anything flying over. I bet you they don't.
No way.
They never give you a timestamp or nothing. They just say that. And that's what you call editing.
But again,
it was supposed to all be transparent. Never was.
But again, like I said, we all know this. People in our chat know this. But isn't it irresponsible for the host that you think they have to know this?
It's misleading, of course. It's a fraud.
That's gotta feel wrong. And honestly, I'm not saying I should have good feelings, but
they don't have.
How do they live with themselves, waking up every morning knowing that they're playing bullshit?
They're cashing major checks, man. They're numb to that. Their feelings are callous to what they're doing. They're making bank.
When I watched it, right, I was interested in the beginning. And if you remember back to, let's go back to the very beginning. And I really couldn't stand them. Remember the guy that's there, Dragon, the security guy?
Oh, yeah.
Remember how he was, everything was like, nope, security purposes, nope, I'm not going to do that. You can tell the producers had to talk with him and said, look, you need to loosen that up.
Stop buffing out.
Now he's all in. Now he's basically a scientist.
Stop buffing out. This ain't the SWAT team, all right? We're not serving warrants on Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
Let's do a UFO show, all right?
AR, like, I'm going to have to turtle. Come on. Like that.
Now, here's a reverse type of question. Kind of reversal. You got a channel, and your main thing on this channel is, I'm not saying hit pieces, but everything about it is proving everybody's wrong. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Can that also be dangerous in a way? Because then on this one end, you're becoming the guy that's going to dispose everybody. But then can you technically start disposing them because you're known as that guy to make content? You know what I mean? Can that be dangerous?
Yeah. Why not?
You know, I mean, I don't mind watching those kind of shows once in a while, but I can't watch it all the time when you go after people because it's like, man, it's
entertainment. You got to go into it. But that's the thing, is that they don't put it out there, because when their intro goes into the bios about, like, again, Travis being was the head of UAP task force, and now they use that, and all, that's like with a wink and a nod, that's telling the public credibility,
right?
Guys with credibility here, with backgrounds, you know what I mean? So believe them.
Yeah.
And it's BS. And I mean, here's the thing: I'm not saying that there's nothing going on that ranch or anything. I'm not saying that, because I think this is a strange universe we live in. But those dudes and all that, I mean, come on. It's just ridiculous that now it's like just watching guys play with toys. I wouldn't mind doing that with the rockets and everything.
For the money they're making.
Let's test malfunction. Test as soon as they bring out a new person with a truck, going like I want to do an office poll and say, like, how fast, who's gonna nail it, how long it takes before the truck shuts off. Like, and then they say, here we go again.
Yep. And again, I'm not saying this channel, I'm not saying here that we're all automatically 100% correct, or we're not. Everything we say is based on an opinion,
it's our
and maybe experiences that we have.
In our opinion.
And we respect everybody's opinions, unless you're being a jackass.
I enjoy it.
If you're not, we respect everybody's opinions.
We enjoy it all on my channel, right, guys? We do everything.
Yeah.
We do scammers. We do. I got a guy coming on to talk about secret space in a couple weeks. I mean, I want to hear about it. If the guy's telling the world he's a secret space super ninja assassin, all right, come on the show. But don't think I'm not going to ask you the hard questions. I want to see your evidence. Show me some proof that tells the world how we could prove you were up there fighting aliens. I want to see it. I have no problem listening to the guy and entertaining them, but I want to see proof. Yeah,
I want to hear your story. Please tell me your story. But give me something that backs up your story, not just another story.
I'll never turn somebody away I'll never turn away a good story, but I need to ask you the hard questions. I can't throw you,
no softballs.
You know what I mean?
Now I got one more beef, and I'll ask everybody around the table if they have their own beef. Now I hope Andy is still in the chat, because I know he's from the UK, and I hope I don't offend anybody in the UK. Now this video is basically about they saw a Green Reaper, but there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. And there's a side reason, but this video is during King George becoming king. There's a guy walking across that looks like a Green Reaper.
King Charles and Queen Camilla's coronation may be over, but there's one moment from the ceremony that caught people's attention. Onlookers are convinced they spotted the Grim Reaper at Westminster Abbey as guests started arriving to the historic event. In the video, a hooded figure in all black can be seen walking across the aisle holding a long stick. The quick moment had royal fans talking on Twitter, with one user writing, "Anyone else just noticed the Grim Reaper at Westminster Abbey?" With another tweeting, "Why is the Grim Reaper at the coronation celebrations?" Despite a possible sighting from
It is the Grim Reaper.
Now, I know that's not a real Green Reaper. It's probably a religious person. Bishop. Okay, but this is my thing. This is my beef, and I got nothing against the people of UK, because I know they think we're crazy here in America, you know. But saying that, we live in a world where I feel that everybody should be treated equally. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, short, tall. I don't care if you're black, white, purple, green. I don't care if you're binary, you're straight, you're gay. I don't care. I don't care. But by having the UK, by having a king and queen, you are automatically telling the world that this family is, no matter what, better than you. You're born, you're automatically a king. How can we ever in the world become one when we still create families as better than others? Now, I know in America we don't have kings and queens, and in America we do that with the Kardashians, making them like better than other people. We make the Trump family, the Bush family, a lot of people better. But I think I wish Andy was here, because like, why do they still have king and queens in the UK? Is it just all based on money?
They call it, Andy tells me all the time, it's pageantry is what they call it. It's pageantry. And is it, baby? It's pageantry, and half the country doesn't want it anymore. Here he is now. Andy, the king and queen, explain to Eric how you guys see that in London. I was trying to tell him you call it pageantry. Half the country doesn't want it anymore. He's asking why they still have it, the king and queen, in times like we are today.
I really want to know, because how can we ever get to a world to become one where we still treat families better than others? I don't think it's right. Like when people do autographs, I'll be honest here. I will not pay for an autograph. I will not pay for an autograph, because it's not personal. And to me, you're making that person better than you, because you're making his autograph better. Now, if somebody gives me an autograph on its own, free appreciation, okay, but I would never pay for it, because I think that man who's sending me an autograph, I'm just as good as you are. You're just as good as I am. We're equally. I will not pay. Listen, you go to these cons, these people are making $75, $150, and the thing is, it's not personal to you. They're just writing it down. Now, if somebody went to you, Anthony, like your show, big pop, person. Say Dan Aykroyd went to your show, said, "Love your show," give you an autograph. That's nice, because that's him watching it. But if I had to go to him and pay $75, it's not personal.
I would like to meet him, but I wouldn't pay for his autograph. I would expect him to give it to me as a fan. Right?
Exactly. What did he say? "Hey, man, we had the king. His name was Elvis." Yeah.
He's got the best comments, Danny.
But Danny, there's people who say that how can somebody be a king when technically all the music he's done is made by other people? I love Elvis. I love his music. He has good choice. But technically, Elvis did not write his own music. You could say he's the original pop star that had other people that make his music. Now, I hate the argument, but he stole it from
Sinatra.
Black people. He knows good music. That
he's
should be
a blues guy.
inspired.
I mean, he was a blues jazz guy. I mean, he loved that stuff.
He loved it.
He used to hang out, back then they were called colored clubs, but he used to hang out back then, and he would pick up that genre. He loved that genre of music, blues, jazz, all that stuff,
I think that should be embraced, not like, but he stole it. No, he brought light to it.
He embraced it. Yeah.
He embraced it and all that. So I'm going to start with you, Ron. Is there anything that what's wrong with the world today, and you wish you could do something about it that drives you freaking nuts?
There's so many, but no, not. You know what really drives me nuts when I'm driving and people don't signal. That truly drives me nuts. No, but really, there's so many different things, but um, not really. I don't think about things like too much. I just, actually, no, it's true. I just wish people could wake up and think for themselves and stop listening to media and fighting each other, because that's all they're doing. People are fighting each other for nothing because they're being told to fight each other. That's the only thing that I really wish I could change. That wake everybody up and just say, find out what the true facts are, make your own decisions like that.
Exactly.
Perfectly
said.
That's it.
What about you, Anthony? What drives you nuts?
Well, I mean, I won't get into politics or anything like that because we can go on forever. But from a content creator's perspective, what drives me nuts is that YouTube, they don't put us out into the algorithm like everyone else. If my channel had 100,000 subscribers, they would be pumping me out into the algorithm a lot more. So why is it fair for somebody with 100,000 or 1,000,000 subscribers to be pumped out? Why aren't they pumping out the smaller channels to assist them to grow? Because if they assist the smaller channels to grow, everybody makes money. You know what I'm saying? We can all grow.
I agree.
They don't
You
do
think
that.
you do it based on the material
Because-
that you do, maybe?
Yes. No, but that's what I told Anthony a while ago. I said, this UFO thing at Paranormal, they paint us in this little corner and they leave us in our own community.
You sure did.
Because how is it? There's channels out there that start up that they can load the same thing we load, same word, everything identical.
Verbatim.
And we don't even got to be on screen. We could just narrate or whatever. And they could just get pumped out and pumped out. But once you have an established audience like that, they just don't.
You can have a channel, and just because that channel has 150, 200,000 subscribers, they could put the worst show up, and they're still going to pump it out into the algorithm for 90% of that algorithm to feed it to. As we're us, it doesn't happen to us till we hit them high, maybe over 50,000 subscribers. Maybe then that's when they'll start pushing us out more than 60 to 80% into the algorithm. But until then, we're on our own. Every view we get was from hard work.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Oh, and by the way, congrats on 10,000 subs, Ant.
Thank you,
Congrats.
brother. Appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
You got it, my man.
Appreciate that. And thanks for
I
your
know
help.
it sucks
Both of you.
because we.
Did you see the Ron Burgundy we made of you yesterday?
No, where?
Oh my God, you got to go back and watch.
Oh, Ron,
It
is beautiful.
We made you as Ron Burgundy. We put your head on a guy in 70s clothes, and you're like, "Hey, baby." And we made Eric like a Greek singer singing in Greek.
Oh no, I gotta go back and watch
We
that.
were doing spoofs. It was fun.
Remember, I told you guys that I have programmed this little thing, make this a little UFO. It's gonna
The
be
UFO. Yeah.
right. So this thing programmed it that when it turns, let me see something. Make sure I got this on.
Is that rechargeable, that thing?
Oh, see, here it goes.
Oh,
So now I got it because it has the gyro in it, right? The gyroscope. So when it's on its side, I don't know if you can hear. No, you can't.
Oh, I hear it.
Right? So it does that. But then when it's going to go over, let's say, a little town and hover, as it turns, it changes and it goes into blue.
That's so cool.
Like that. Yeah, and you could hear like
that to do that, or that's how it came.
No, the code to do it. This little thing has a bunch of sensors on it, but just coded it to do that so that it uses the gyro. See, and then it'll go back to like that.
Dude, you gotta put that inside a UFO, man.
Then you go like that.
Oh, I forgot.
Are you gonna build a place for it?
Got you here, Ron. I want you to see this. You might already seen this, Ron, but I don't know if you've seen this, but hopefully you probably already did. But what do you think of this?
Yeah, is this real, Ron?
That's a contract on. Actually, it is real.
How? I thought SpaceX had that locked up. Blue Origin doesn't
No,
even have a vessel to get them there. How are they going to do
no,
that?
because they're using multiple. They're using multiple companies, but let me see something. Yeah, but man, astronauts on the moon. But this is a little different, though. This isn't going to be like an Artemis kind of a thing. This what you got to remember, and that's what I told you guys. I don't know if I told you guys. I was saying it the other day on the show that that's what I'm going to be talking about soon. Maybe I'll go into tomorrow about the NASA's plan for the moon to Mars architecture, where they're going to. So when we want to explore the Mars, it's easier to do it from the moon. Less fuel costs, a lot of different variables, right? But there's going to be a lot of supplies, a lot of back and forth. And that's one of the things they're going to use them. But I just don't understand it. Is that, have you seen this thing land? Have you seen it land? Like I think everybody that goes on that was on that ship, the big dildo one they made, that one. It's like I think they all got to see a chiropractor after. Yeah, but no, but you know what? I was reading this a few months ago, and I was scratching my head, going, "Really? Like I didn't know they were that far off. They barely make it to orbit."
That's what I'm saying, and they don't have I thought that SpaceX had all these big. What do they call the big rocket that they got? I forgot the name of it. That big giant one.
Isn't it Blue Origin?
No, not
Oh,
them.
that's the name of the company. Wait, no, it's
the one SpaceX has.
It's
called the Cocket.
The Falcon Heavy. The Falcon
Heavy. Yeah. I thought SpaceX had those all created for these moon missions.
Well, no, because the moon missions, there's going to be NASA has the Artemis, right? That's the Orion capsule that uses I forgot the name. I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, NASA has its own rocket that is going to do the Artemis missions with. But there's going to be a lot of parts of that, of resupplying this and that they're going to use SpaceX, Blue Origin. There's a couple more they're actually using also, like the one that we launched, the James Webb, the one in France. Remember?
But Blue Origin doesn't have anything made.
That's the thing. This is where everybody, when I tell you something's going on, this is a lot of thing. This is the big boy toys with the billionaires.
Is that the penis ship?
And everything.
Yeah, it's called a Cocket. Foxy said it's called a Cocket.
If nobody remembers, 1980, there was a Flash Gordon movie, but then they made an X-rated spin-off called Flesh Gordon, and that was the famous penis ship they used in Flesh Gordon. Not Flash Gordon, Flesh Gordon.
What about the Little Mermaid when they had the penis on the castle on the movie cover and they had to take it off? You don't remember when Disney did that? The guy drew the shaft and the helmet.
Oh, yes. Look, just so you can see, this is the little board.
Why does Andy always pop up when we're talking about male appendages? Andy's always here when that happens. He comes back. He's seen bigger.
Yeah, he did.
Shit, we're gonna say Ron's gonna 3D print you on Andy. Don't worry about it.
There you go.
He's buying extra rubber today
with a Hawaiian shirt. That's it.
There's the better picture of Flesh Gordon ship.
He's American hero.
Oh my God. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. No, but this is all got to do with, there's a lot of things with connections going on.
It's all who you know, bro.
Yeah, because don't think this is going to be, just some man flight thing, because, you could put a human in that ship. Like I said, and I still say Amazon. I know it's Blue Origin. I just call it Amazon. They barely make it to orbit, because the other one that they're going to be working with is Virgin Atlantic.
He's another one that didn't.
That's another one. He just got an expensive glider that goes like this, gets you low gravity, and then comes back down like that. I mean, the one thing I could say, at least SpaceX, like they're other countries. They're sending other countries to the moon already. Like they are legit, SpaceX.
Here's what I want to know: how can we devise a plan to clean the space junk up out of space? I think the first person that comes up with how to do that is going to be a trillionaire.
Well, the
Do you see
first
how
thing
congested it is right now? It's disgusting.
you want to see, give me a second. I'll show you something, buddy.
Low Earth orbit is so congested. I don't know how we get anything up through that minefield of trash.
Let me find this thing.
I mean, they really got to devise a plan to, I don't know what they're going to do, push it out into deep space or whatever. They got to get it the hell out of here.
Let me see. Is this it? I
Yeah,
have this site that I have all the Jesus. Let me find. I got so many folders of shortcut folders. But what the hell was I just going to tell you? I was just going to say something and I lost it. I totally lost
Well,
it.
while you look for that,
how much debris is up there, man.
everybody knows on YouTube a famous video of the little Dobie that was walking the sidewalk. Now, this is supposedly how they faked it. Since we're doing that kind of a show about fakery and people that lie,
what?
they said they might have solved how they did that one Dobie footage.
It's the creepy video that freaked everyone out.
I'm honestly just kind of scared.
The creature was captured back in June on a motion sensor camera outside a home in La Junta, Colorado. Definitely not human, wrote one mystified observer. Lots of people think it looked like Dobby, the beloved elf from the Harry Potter movies. Dobby. Another theory? It's a skinny kid wearing underwear on his head.
Yeah.
It's a little creepy to be in the driveway after watching this video. We're here right now.
Vivian Gomez owns the house where the video was shot.
Like this little
And
kid.
this is Bobby, her 9-year-old son. He's about the same height as the creature in the video. So, could Bobby be Dobby?
Bobby, was that you in the video?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Definitely.
He has an alibi, his mom. They say they were inside the house watching TV when the creature chicken
not a
danced
real
down the
alibi.
driveway at 9 p.m.
Yeah,
at
I
night.
know.
Still, I was skeptical.
You sure you don't dance with underwear on your head down the driveway at night?
I'm sure.
Our number one suspect is pointing the finger at his friend Montana, the proverbial girl next door.
She does it better.
No way it was me, says Montana.
Who do you think it is?
Bobby with underwear on his head.
You think it's Bobby?
He's smart.
There's only one way to settle this.
I have some underwear to put on your head.
I hope she cleaned
Shall
up.
we?
Oh man, imagine when he gets older how his boys are
All
gonna
right,
rip him.
let's see it.
Here's Bobby doing the chicken dance on a night vision camera.
Oh, give me a
And here
break.
he
That's
is,
him.
side by side with the creature. So, was it Bobby?
That's
Bobby,
him.
what do you
That's
say?
him.
I am not the one in the video.
Sure, because there's another one for the views to keep coming in on that money train.
Exactly. Let
But
me
the
show
reason
you
I show
something.
that is how easy it is to fake those things.
Of course.
Eric, bring that up for 1 second. What I got down there. Wait till you see this. You talk about about stuff in space. So this is the satellite situation report, right? I'm just gonna go right here. This is just satellites now. Objects in orbit, right? Now you see this, right?
Yeah.
Now look up here. You see the little scroll bar up here?
Yeah.
As I scroll, look how that doesn't move.
Holy shit.
It just goes on and on.
This is
and
all
on.
active
Look.
in space right now?
What?
This is
These are
active?
all satellites in space now, and Starlink, and now there's a company from Britain or in the UK that wants to compete with Starlink, and they're going to do the same thing. So they want to add 20, 30,000 satellites in space and this. And now that's not even talking about all the other junk. However, what happened was they just recently formed what's called a Space Bureau. The FCC did.
Okay.
And what this is going to be, it's about taking care of space junk like that. Now, all this sounds to me is like another Arrow, another bureaucratic office that's
Really
going to get a lot of taxpayer money
To do
and
nothing.
nothing's going to happen. They're going to be about 30 people sitting in a room every week or remotely talking about, no, we should do this. Maybe we should do that. Okay, how much is that going to cost? Oh, only 10 billion.
Let me ask you
know
a
what I mean?
question because you'd be a smart guy with this. The satellites that are up there that don't work anymore, they're just up there. Is there any way to activate them and fly them out into deep space? Just let them go until, till they die?
Well, that's what I always thought. Like, why don't they? What they do? What happens is a lot of these things, they run them until they run out of propellant, and
Bring
then they have
propellant up. Fill them up if you have.
but then they have just enough. Like, what they do is they have their end of life situation, so that they leave just enough so they can try to do a controlled descent at most, like that, because that's what they do with these things. A lot of these satellites, like the ISS doesn't just stay in orbit. They have to constantly adjust and bring themselves back up, because they're constantly falling back to Earth.
Coming back to kiss the Earth all the time. Yeah.
So that's what they all do. So eventually when they die and they're decommissioned and they're no longer, just a matter of time, they're coming down, falling down all the time.
I know that. What about what about if we invented like some kind of, I don't know, tow truck type situation, like a device we can attach to these objects up there and tow it out to deep space.
Like magnet.
All you would need would be like a small little CubeSat that can spit air out of it, just attach and tow.
In The Expanse, I don't know if you ever watched that yet, but in The Expanse,
watching it. I've been watching it.
The Tycho Station, they got these little like drone kind of ships that go out, and when they're going to send off a new ship, they all attach and they turn on their thrusters and push.
That's what I'm saying. Something like
just send
that,
it to
right?
the Earth atmosphere and let it burn up.
If it's big, you're going to get giant pieces that come in.
That's the thing. Like, and there's a whole, I could go through this report and tell you by weight, everything. So I think the smallest ones they really have up there is like 600 pounds or something. So like, it's not all going to burn up. It doesn't always burn up. You know what I mean? So, well, they even have, I know China has one and Russia has one. They have this thing because they built it because of Elon Musk, because of all his Starlinks. A lot of these big corporations are mad. They got to keep readjusting their satellites because they're going to have collisions with Starlinks. So China has one that it has a satellite with a robotic arm. They're actually grabbing its satellites like that and taking and like kind of tossing them.
I just thought of the idea. Have it land all on Skinwalker Ranch, and they can make money saying flying objects flying from the sky.
Are coming in.
They got enough space. I think it's like 500 something acres, right?
Now, everybody in the chat, if you weren't here in the beginning of the show, I created a small little trailer for the cartoon that's coming out this Sunday. It's not, the link's not up yet because I'm finishing it up for Sunday, but this is the small trailer for Mandela Effect of Madness.
The motion picture you all been waiting for. Aliens abduction of Connor Flynn, taking him through wormholes, flying him through galaxy, being trapped, but only a band of friends, heroes that will once again rise up, flying across the galaxy looking for their friend. Multiverse breaks open the sky, the earth, the moon. What are we doing? What's going on? Pennybags, Curious George out of nowhere. Darth Vader flying from the sky looking for his son. Ed McMahon, Nelson Mandela looking to take the memories back from you. Yes, you heard it here. It is the Mandela Effect of Madness.
What's the Mandela Effect?
Now that's Sunday. Oh, I gotta show you guys this cool, awesome little video. Guys, people in the chat, you're gonna love this video. You gotta wait to the end. It's gonna trip you out in the beginning. Like, you're gonna say, what the hell is this? But it's freaking awesome. You guys are gonna love it.
I see that. What is it?
Wait. This is the coolest.
Or a camel.
Oh, yeah. No way.
Isn't that the coolest?
I had no idea what it was. I got so pissed I couldn't figure it out. Like scrolling through, I just scrolled through.
I mean,
you know what gets me? Is that there will be people out there, even though it turns, it's a dog, could say, but if you look at it, maybe that's not a dog. They'll still go with that and change it. It's insane.
One more time. It is the coolest.
I love dogs.
That's one of them wrinkled dogs.
Isn't that the coolest?
Beautiful animal.
I mean, it's really trippy. And then hold on, I got. Oh, this is kind of cool of bugs, on the size of bugs. I'm going to show you guys a giant Asian bug. There, let me show you guys this. This is gonna. It's interesting on the size of bugs that's from other. This is giant Asian hornet. An Asian hornet. Here we go. Where is it? Is this it?
All right, so I found one here. I got him. All right, so I managed to catch one. I'm kind of freaking out a little bit right now. I'm going to try and get him in the jar.
I've seen this.
All right, so I need him to get up on the top of this net, and then I can get him in. There we go.
Nasty.
Oh, shit. That scared me.
Stinging.
Look at him. Oh, he's tearing into it.
Wow.
Oh, he's going to tear this net in a minute. He's going to get through this in a minute. He's trying to sting now, too. You can see him trying to sting everywhere. All right, hold on. I got to come up with another plan. Hold on. I am actually shaking right now. This may be the best video I get of this guy, sadly. I'm trying to get the net off, but he's actually chewing his way through it. He's trying. There you go again.
Wow.
He can bite his way through it. So he's bit a few holes in it already.
You can see it.
And he's also stinging through it.
Some people, I tell you, I would have held it like that and turned the jar upside down onto the ground so we could have looked at it through the glass. No.
So right before we go, what do we got coming up this weekend from you guys?
Oh, on Saturday, I think I'm gonna start working on the diorama, the moon-based diorama, because now I got this stuff. That and a couple of other experiments I'm gonna play around with.
I love it when you do those puzzles, man.
White lab coat, man. You gotta get a white lab coat, like a doctor coat.
You're right. I should.
Somebody would have run a lab coat with Cosmo on it that says Cosmo.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I should get one of those.
Up.
So Anthony, what do you got coming up?
Sunday I have Toby Martinez from the Roswell Daily Record coming on with he's bringing a friend that is a military person who's a UAP, UFO witness while being in the military. So Toby's going to come on from the Roswell Daily newspaper along with this military guy that's going to talk about his experiences.
Yeah, and this is what the guy looks like because I didn't recognize the name, but when I saw
No, that's not this weekend.
Oh, I got the wrong one. I got the wrong one. Hold on.
That's next Wednesday. Right there. Go down. Right there with the alien, Toby. Right there, up, down, Eric. In between the one I did Sunday and the UFO.
Oh, right there. Okay, the 21st.
Yeah. Toby Martinez.
I'm not sure yet. I may jump on tonight if we do any kind of weekend warm up. It depends. Maybe I get some of the stuff out of the way tonight. I'm not sure yet, and then I got to give an update on my sea monkeys. That's why you can see the wreck behind me.
Yeah, how long
I'm getting ready to change everything around.
How long do they take to grow?
No, actually, the first, you'll see there's like a fishbowl back there. That's empty now. My first round of them, sadly, my sea monkeys are in sea monkey heaven. So those are the new versions of sea monkeys called aqua dragons. And so those hats, and there's a lot of them. They're really small yet. Yeah, a lot of them in there. I think I seen the other day, it looked like I seen at least 100, or like a lot of them in there.
We know you made sea monkey shrimp salad the other night because you were hungry.
Yeah, they couldn't even fit on a cracker. No, there was one last survivor I seen.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't get him out and put him in with the other ones. How am I going to get it out? So
I waited. Microscopic? They're like microscopically.
Oh, when they first hatch, they're just really small. You have to use a magnifying glass.
Wow.
And in a couple of weeks, they get bigger. But I think it was me when I put the food too much. And if you don't, you got to give them oxygen. You got to put stuff in. I kind of.
You got to oxygenate the water. You need a bubbler.
Yeah, bubbler. I just put it in. You only do that the first couple of weeks when they're small. Then the rest they could take care of. But I kind of messed up. So sorry.
Trial and error.
And then next week, I'll be going back to lately I've been doing just two live shows a week because I've been having a lot of appointments, but that's kind of died down. So I'm going back to 3 live shows a week. And one of those shows is going to be more of that style of breaking news where I hit every single category, the Bigfoot, the UFOs, and, cryptids, whatever. And by doing that, if any one of you guys in the chat, like Danny usually has the videos for the breaking news part, if you got videos you think would be interesting for me to show in one of the 3 categories, paranormal, UFO, Bigfoot, send it to me and I can make yours one of those videos. So I'm going back to 3 days a week. And then I'm trying to finish up the paranormal investigation video that I did. It was hard to finish up because I'm finishing up the cartoon. It's like
a lot of work.
So many projects. So I'm trying to get the paranormal investigation done.
When I tell you I never busted my hump on a YouTube video show like I did for this Berkshire one. The level of investigating that went into that it's still going on. I'm still investigating because now they want to make a documentary for Netflix. I got the call yesterday, and it's going to take even more investigating now for this shit.
Yeah,
Ron warned me. He's like, dude,
yeah,
it's a lot of investigating, and
it's hard because I'm also going on another investigation this Saturday in the Sammamish Mountains. There's this famous falls where they create energy, and apparently a lot of ghost hunting goes on there because the saying is the ghost uses the waterfall for energy for itself. So I'm going to be investigating that this Saturday. That. So
did you hear what happened to me the other day?
Oh, with the water fountain
in my shower.
Oh yeah, Mr. Naked guy.
Ron, let me pull this up real quick. Ron, I was in the shower the other day, right?
It's not going to be you in the shower. You're going to pull up, right?
Well, I was in the shower, okay? And while I was in the shower taking a shower, I heard water go on. And my bathroom sink faucet was on all the way, and water's coming out of the faucet. Now, before I show this, maybe you know, could pressure build up in your pipe and turn the faucet on while you're taking a shower?
Full force?
Only one knob was turned on.
Yeah, but what I mean is, was the faucet on full force?
For that cold water one, I mean, it was coming out as hot as
I don't see no way it could turn that on like that.
Let me just show you. Now, granted, it was on already when I opened the shower curtain, but just take a look. I'm in my shower, taking a shower, and the sink turned on by itself. The knob is turned by itself. And the water's running. I get out of the shower, balls ass naked and everything. I couldn't believe it.
Anthony was trying out for Flesh Gordon.
Are you kidding me? Flesh Gordon. Right now. Can you do that again? I couldn't believe that happened, man.
Thank God for Steam.
Wow.
Les Gordon sequel right there.
I was waiting for the on the mirror to say cover up, fat boy.
Red rum.
No, but really, could pressure build up and turn the faucet on?
Not that I know of. Like that. I mean, always pressure could do a lot of things, but to like turn that knob because pressure coming out to turn it, that's different. The way that mechanics works there. Not that I don't think so.
So Mike,
I could obviously be wrong, but I don't think so.
Foxy and Friends, okay, and Long Island Bigfoot. Sometime next week, the week after, they're gonna come here. We're gonna set up, and we're gonna set cameras up, and we're gonna see if we can.
Anthony, you have to answer this one question because Danny has a question for you. The big question is, why in the blue hell do you have a phone in the shower?
I didn't. I had it on my toilet bowl lid, listening to music.
There you go.
I was thinking the same thing, Danny.
Beyond that, guys, I want to thank everybody for being here. I also forgot, in 3 weeks, I'm going on a Bigfoot hunt. That's up in the Olympic Mountains. That's going to be fun. But beyond that, we'll see you guys next time on the Paranormal Highway.